Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to solve word problems. I'm going to go through the steps one by one of how to solve a word problem, and then each day your classroom teacher will upload a problem for you to solve. You need to show them the working out and you need to upload it back onto Google Classroom. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, the first thing you need to do when solving a word problem is you need to always read the problem. If you need to read it more than once, that is totally fine. Sometimes after you read it the second time, you begin to understand what the question is asking you to do. Alright, the next thing you need to do is you need to circle the key numbers. Then after that, you need to underline the question. So the question tells you what you are looking for. Then you need to box any maths action words. So that could be any words relating to subtraction, addition, multiplication, or division. So you need to just draw a little box around it like that. Then you need to figure out what steps are you going to take now. So you can either draw a picture of you solving the word problem. You can use a strategy like the algorithm. You could use the jump strategy. So that's any steps you need to take now to solve the problem. And then you need to solve it and you need to check your answer. Always double check your answer. So that could be either checking using a different strategy, or it could just be going over your working out for the strategy that you've done. Or a third option is you can check with a calculator. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you these steps in practice. So I'm going to use these steps to solve a word problem. Okay, so this is my word problem. So the first thing I need to do, I'm not circling the key numbers yet. I'm going to read the question to you. Alright, so the question is, our trip to Movie World is 785 kilometers long. How far do we still have to go if we have already driven 350 kilometers? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to circle the key numbers. So the key number I have, so let's check. Our trip to Movie World is 785 kilometers long. So that's my key word, 785. All right, let's check to make sure there's some other ones. Now, sometimes they won't always have the number written in digits. They might actually write the actual word out, just to remember that. How far do we still have to go if we have already driven 350 kilometers? Okay, so I need to circle 350 kilometers. All right, so I've got two numbers, 785 and 350. All right, so I'm going to tick, I've done that. All right, the next thing, underline the question. All right, so the question is, how far do we still have to go if we have already driven 350 kilometers? All right, so that's my question. How far do we still have to go if we have already driven 350 kilometers? All right, the next thing I need to do is I need to box any maths action words. Now, from reading this question, I can see that there's no action words on there. So I'm going to reread the question line to you, and I'm going to tell you what action word I think it is. All right, so how far do we still have to go if we have already driven 350 kilometers? All right, so I think it is subtraction. And the reason I know this is because it says how far do we still have to go? So I've already driven a certain distance. So what I need to do now is I need to figure out how much more do I still need to drive. So I need to find the difference between the two numbers to find out how much more I still need to drive. So the key action words, well, it's not really an action word, but the key part of the sentence is how far do I still have to go? So what I'm doing is I need to find the difference between 785 and 350. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to evaluate. So what steps do I need to take? All right, well, I have to solve the problem. So I'm going to put it in a number sentence. So I'm going to be do 785, and I'm taking away 350 to find out how far I still need to go. Alright, so that's my number sentence. Now I'm going to solve it. I'm going to tick to make sure I've done these. Alright, now I'm going to solve it. Alright, I'm going to use the jump strategy because you guys have been students, you've been learning about it all of this week. Alright, so I'm going to draw my number line. I'm going to put my largest number on the right hand side. Remember, I'm taking away. So 785, I'm going to take away my 300s. So take away 100, that's going to be 685. I'm going to take away another 100. It's going to be 585. One more, take away 100. And I'm going to have 485. Alright, so now what I need to do is I need to take away my 10. So I've got 5 10s. Alright, so I'm going to take away 10, and that's going to be 475. And I'm going to take away 10 again, and it's going to be 465. Take away another 10, 455. Now I'm going to run out of room, so I'm just going to draw a line under here. Alright, so I'm going to take away another 10. I'm going to put the answer on the next line. Alright, so it's going to be 445. Then I need to take away another 10. And it's going to be 435. Okay, so now I've got 0. So I'm going to take away 0. Now, even though I'm not taking away anything, it's still important to show you're working out. So I'm still going to take away 0 because it is still there. 0 is still a number. It still has a value. Alright, so I'm taking away 0, and it's going to be 435. Okay, so my answer is 435. Alright, so now I'm going to double check my answer. So I'm just going to go back through my working out. But like I said, you could also use a different strategy. You could use the algorithm. You could use split strategy. Or you could use another strategy that works for you. Alright, so 785, yep. I've taken away 300s. Tick, done. Yep. So I've taken away 300 and I've ended up with the right answer. Then I've taken away my 10s. So I've taken away 5 10s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I've taken away my 0 and I've ended up with that answer. Alright, thank you for listening to this video. Make sure you go onto your Google Classroom page and you solved the problem that is on your page for today. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Bye!